Namaskar, welcome back to Media Scan. Viewers, the unfortunate stampede at the Sangam nose in Prayagraj has revived the age-old debate about how to balance the spiritual aspirations of common people with concerns for their safety and security, especially when it comes to huge gatherings like the Mahakumbh at the moment. From big church congregations to the annual Hajj pilgrimage and other such occasions, it is always a challenge for the administration to ensure people have the freedom to follow their spiritual aspirations, but they also do not meet with any kind of accidents or mishaps or security issues. Of course, if anything happens, the first accountability rests with the government of the day and the administration, the law and order machinery. However, some cooperation is expected from the people in order to ensure that nothing untoward happens. So, on Media Scan this evening, we are trying to explore how to balance spiritual aspirations and the freedom of people to follow and practice their pilgrimages with concerns for their safety and security. To discuss more on this with us, we have a very special guest on Media Scan this evening. I have here with me Director General of Police, Uttar Pradesh, Prashant Kumar, the officer with whom the buck stops when it comes to managing the crowds, the law and order machinery, and the overall handling of situations if anything untoward happens. Mr. Prashant Kumar, we are aware, sir, that these are very, very busy times for you and it is highly challenging for you, but we are thankful you have been able to spare time for DD India and explain to the people through our channel what they should do and how they can ensure that we have an incident-free Mahakumbh henceforth. Namaskar and welcome to Media Scan.
Namaskar.
Sir, I have a very straight and simple question to begin with. After the unfortunate incident on Moni Amavasya in the wee hours of the morning, there is some speculation about the number of deaths, though the administration has given out the numbers, but there is some chatter going about whether more casualties have happened since that day, and also what is the situation of the injured who are undergoing treatment. So, could you give us an update on that?
Ma'am, you know that the millions of pilgrims across the globe are coming for Mahakumbh. It is creating an unparalleled challenge in crowd management, traffic regulation, and ensuring safety, along with the challenge of maintaining communal harmony in the not only in the Kumbh area but all around the Kumbh area, because there are certain districts where all the pilgrims are going after taking a holy dip. They are visiting Ayodhya Ji, they are going to Varanasi, they are going to Mirzapur, Vindhyachal Dham, and at Chitrakoot also. So, meeting these challenges required very meticulous planning, seamless coordination. We have witnessed so far more than 30 crore people have already visited after 13th.
Right.
This almost 3 major snans are over, and for in 2 snans nothing happened. On 29th also, the 28th/29th night, it is a huge area. It is 4,000 hectare of area in which this Kumbh village or district is spread over. Small incident happened on Sangam nose around midnight and slightly after the midnight. And it was immediately taken care of, and we had created a dedicated green corridor. It was planned and it worked well. We immediately shifted all the injured in the local hospital. And that day it was explained on 29th evening by the local administration that at Sangam nose, that in this small stampede, the death toll was given. Then number of injured were also given. You know, in a big district and a big congregation like day, every day there are certain people who are dying because of age-related problem, because of the cold and other reasons. Certain accidents are also there. So it is not that it has happened only on that day. There are certain incidents on that day itself. The local administration has given the number about the incident which has happened on the Sangam nose.
30.
And that was our first priority, was to ensure that the main Amrit Snan by all the akhadas, it should continue. The local administration talked to all the chiefs of the akhada, and they readily agreed that okay, we can postpone it slightly, seeing the situation, and they cooperated. And finally, with our persuasion and our assurances and making all the arrangements, you must have seen, which was live telecasted everywhere, that all the akhadas completed their snans on time.
Sir, are you, if I gather you correctly, you are saying that you wanted to ensure that the Amrit Snan passes off peacefully after the unfortunate incident, and that is why the briefing by the administration on the unfortunate incident was held only on 29th evening. Is that correct?
Yes. And our first priority was to provide relief, to all the injured. Then ensuring snan of everyone there. So on 29th itself, there was more than around 8 crore people took holy dip on at Prayagraj.
Right.
So 8 crore people were there. Then Shahi Snan, that Amrit Snan of Akhadas was there. Everything was completed, and nothing happened during that.
Fine.
The moment Snan was over.
Yes, if I may put a question here, you said at least 3 big Amrit Snans have been over, but we are also aware, sir, that starting Sunday on Vasant Panchami and Monday, at least 3 more Amrit Snans are on the cards, and those will be specially challenging for you. We want to know very briefly, in a few points, how are you preparing to ensure that the next 3 Amrit Snans, at least in the coming days, are going to be smooth and incident free?
As per the tradition, the peak crowd comes only on Mauni Amavasya. Now the number will also be less, and we will be also better prepared. Like on the Sangam nose itself, myself and Chief Secretary had visited yesterday, and we discussed with the local authority, and we are trying to ensure that the person coming at nose and people going after having a snan, they should not come face to face. There should be proper channel, so that after taking the bath, they should be channelized and they should be asked to move from a dedicated corridor so that they can be taken out from that area. Right. Again, everybody wants to come in, they take holy dip on Sangam nose itself. Whereas this time the length of the ghats has been increased. Earlier it used to be 8 kilometers, now it is 12 kilometers. But people are so faith driven that it is very difficult to contain them. And you must be aware that the policemen deployed for safety and security in and around ghats, they are they don't carry weapon. We cannot use force also on them. So it is our duty that the faith of millions is met with safety, dignity, and respect.
In that situation, sir, as you are saying, people are extremely faith driven in these moments, and nobody would like, not to have a dip at the Holy Triveni Sangam instead of taking a dip elsewhere. But we know that practically it is difficult to allow everybody to go there. And you are also saying that in such congregations, policemen are not there with their weapons for crowd control. So obviously, communication is one thing which becomes most important. And since this is media scan show, I want you to tell, for the benefit of our viewers, so very briefly, what communication tools are you adopting for awareness to ensure that people do not insist on a dip at the Triveni Sangam, and people keep going away instead of lingering on there, hanging around. That crowd keeps moving so that more and more people are allowed to have a dip, and also to ensure that no kind of rumors are vitiating the atmosphere.
That day on 29th itself, the DIG Mela has announced through the public address system that the Muhurt has started from 7:30 onwards in the evening of 28th January. People should start taking bath and don't stay at Ghat. And they should go out, they should move out. Everybody was requested, everybody was told. But as you have rightly said, that people are so faith driven that some of them stayed also after having a bath. So this time we are taking proper care. More people, security personals will be deployed, and we will try to, and our access control will also be better this time, so that only limited number of people can enter in a restricted area. And for that, we will do the crowd density analysis through our drone and the CCTV cameras which are there in the Mela area, so that we can avoid any kind of overcrowding which can lead to any stampede or some accidents.
Okay, great. Sir, there are a couple of more questions, including about fake news and such things, which also, kind of contribute in vitiating the atmosphere when such a big number of people are involved. I request you to stay on just for a few more minutes with us. I have our DD India colleague Akshay Dongre right at the Mela spot in the Mela ground, and he will bring some news to us, some updates, which we would also like you to take notice of. Akshay Dongre, welcome to Media Scan. And quickly, as you have been listening to DG Police Uttar Pradesh, do tell us how things are at the moment at the Mela ground, and what are people expecting, and what issues are they raising, especially in the light of the coming Amrit Snans on Vasant Panchami and later days.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you so much for DG sir to join us here and discuss all of these issues that are here at the Kumbh Mela. We have been here, we have been seeing how crowds started surging just ahead of the Amrit Snan, and then how the mishap took place and what were the reasons. We are still trying to also investigate the main reasons behind it, but there are certain things that have been improved on the ground. For example, the kind of security arrangements that have been ramped up, it has led to better crowd control, better crowd management. Cancellation of VVIP passes has also led to a lot of easing of the chaos that was erupting because of vehicles getting in and then diverting of the routes. But not everything is that hunky-dory, that smooth as of now, because we cannot be letting go of these cautions, especially ahead of the next Amrit Snan that will be on 3rd of February. Because crowds have already started to surge once again. People are insisting on bringing their vehicles inside. So there should be essential vehicle passes that should be given to the state media and to the people who are absolutely essential, that who have to come inside, and all other vehicles should not be allowed to enter because it is causing a lot of nuisance here.
Okay,
Second thing,
I'll have to cut you here, Akshay, but do stay with us. I would like to, throw those issues to DG Police, and then I'll come back to you. Mr. Prashant Kumar, Sir, you've just heard, and in fact, that was the question in my mind too, while I was scanning all the media reports over the week. And one common issue that you find that is being raised constantly by media persons as well as common people is that somewhere there was more attention on VIPs and VVIPs, whereas people who were facing the real hardships were not taken care. How legitimate is this complaint? And are you taking measures to ensure that no kind of special treatment is meted out to VIPs at the cost of safety of common persons?
Ma'am, on this account, government is already very sensitive, and by a notification of the government, we have already announced that no VIP should visit on any Amrit Snan day.
Okay.
And looking at this incident, we have cancelled all the passes and we are trying to enforce it. There are certain passes, there are certain vehicles which belong to the akhadas. For that, there is a separate pass. And they are also being requested not to move during the peak days. And whatever suggestion that your reporter is giving, we are already taken into account to ensuring better crowd management and to reduce the overcrowding. The vehicles which are coming from all the roads leading to Prayagraj, they are dedicated places where they can park their vehicle and then people can move on foot. You see, there is a.
Okay, sir. Sir, allow me to interrupt you here just for a quick supplementary. While you are saying that the vehicles are being stopped in order to prevent any kind of mishap, the other side of this whole thing is that people are stuck for hours while approaching Prayagraj or trying to get out of Prayagraj, leading to a kind of a whole day jams. Are you, what do you think can be done to ease out the traffic so that people are not stuck for hours at one place without food, water or any medical emergencies?
Ma'am, on this account also, we had planned it earlier. We stopped vehicle because of that stampede situation at the Sangam nose, so that more and more people should not come inside, because we were not aware in the stampede. But fortunately for us, it was confined to Sangam nose only. And we were successful in retaining all the people coming from all the tributaries. People were provided food also by certain social organizations and by the local administration also. And all the officers, they remained there in their field for 50 hours continuously. And finally, yesterday by noon, we cleared all the vehicles which were standing on the major routes which are leading towards Prayagraj. And
so
this
you
time,
are saying that now it is being streamlined, the sudden jams that had
you can go
happened.
you can go to Google Map and you can yourself see, because those are live maps and everything is clear now.
So one question which relates particularly to your police force, your officers, and that is, since this is media scan, there is a constant complaint we are hearing that media persons are slightly, they are saying that there is some lack of communication from your team and your officers, which often leads to rumors which are unverified. And also there are some reports on digital platforms which we here on Doordarshan have no way of confirming, but we are just watching them on digital platforms, which are saying that a couple of more incidents have occurred apart from the one at the Sangam nose, but UP police has not been forthcoming as far as information and communication is concerned. What do you have to say to that charge, sir? And has there been any other incident apart from the one on 28th and 29th intervening night?
No, ma'am, we will not get anything by hiding, because those are all documented things. Why should we hide? The administration has given a statement regarding the happening on the Sangam nose. when more than a crore or 2 crore, 3 crore people are there are bound to be incidences of natural deaths also. There are people who are dying by because of the cold stroke also. There are people, there are certain road accidents also. The hospital in Prayagraj caters to 5, 6 neighboring districts also. So every death cannot be attached to Mahakumbh or something related to. I have seen one channel seeing that the cleaning operation is going on, as if that cleaning operation is going on after the stampede site. So they every media report should also be very responsible, and we are not hiding. At the same time, we are saying that there might be some people must have fallen, some people must have died. So that everything, you people should appreciate that immediately after the after that Akhada Snan was over, the local administration called everyone and explained the things which has happened on Sangam nose on 28th oblique 29th intervening night. So we have nothing to hide. Why should we?
Fine,
The Judicial Commission, government was prompt to set up a Judicial Commission. After all, one will have to believe to certain institutional mechanism. It is not that whatever I think is my way or no way. It cannot be like that.
Absolutely.
That-
Great that you have been able to clarify that situation on DD India, sir, because this has been creating a lot of chatter across media platforms. You are aware as much as we are that fake news is a challenge always, but especially in situations like these. And ever since the unfortunate incident at the Sangam nose, we have a complete, a rush of fake news across media platforms, especially on the digital world. The question being asked is UP police mapping and monitoring the kind of fake news or misleading information that is, that has the danger of creating more such incidents by pushing people into panic and creating fake impression, or even more dangerous like a communal situation. Also, is there a list, is there a monitoring mechanism by which we can quickly put a stop to such mischief before it creates some uncontrollable situation?
No, we have a dedicated team which is working round the clock, and we are issuing our version from time to time on any fake news which is emerging. We are taking actions also. There are certain interested people who are trying to create panic by spreading fake news. So that we are warning them also. We have a dedicated team, and we have cyber experts also, and we are keeping our own cyberspace fully safe, so that it cannot be that denial of services, that kind of thing should not happen on our network. At the same time, very difficult to respond to each and every query without verifying it. So there are certain reports which are totally false, which we are denying immediately. And the other thing, the time lag is there because of the verification of the facts. And every day our officer is briefing in the evening, and the DIG, whosoever is going, and even after its denial also, people are distorting his version, that he is not telling the facts, he is not coming out with the facts. So people and everywhere in the whole, after all, the successful completion of Kumbh is everyone's responsibility also. Although
yes. And on that positive note, sir,
we are primarily responsible for that, and we are getting good support from every corner, from media also, from in different kind of media like social media platform, digital platforms like visual media, then print media. But there are certain interested parties who are unnecessary writing things going beyond their brief.
You've spared a lot of time for DD India. Just a quick last question. What will be your advice or suggestion to people who are aspiring to come to the Mahakumbh and be a part of this very historic occasion, but we also have to ensure their safety? What would you suggest them for those who are planning to go there?
I will request everyone to come to visit. We are there to ensure your faith with all our efforts to secure your safety, dignity, and respect. And we are there for your services. And the state government is fully committed to provide best services to all the pilgrims who are visiting Prayagraj.
Wonderful. Thank you for telling us in such great detail about the situation there and the coming days, especially those days of Amrit Snan, which are definitely going to be challenging. Thank you, Prashant Kumar ji, Director General of Police, Uttar Pradesh, for your time. And Akshay Dongre from the Mahakumbh area, will get back to you in our next episode. Thank you, gentlemen. Viewers, as we always know, sunlight is the best disinfectant. Communication is the key to removing any cobwebs which may appear, and when we have sensitive and complex situations like the Mahakumbh, communication remains the key. UP DGP has ensured that communication is flowing freely, but if people insist on fake news even after it has been called out, that is an unfortunate situation. However, we all look forward to a peaceful, incident-free and fulfilling Mahakumbh in the coming days. On that positive note, it's a wrap-up on Media Scan for this weekend. Do join us next weekend. Till then, namaskar.